We have a very bizarre Baal Shem Tov story. Very Baal Shem Tov story. How do you say? This story contains disturbing information. What is the listener's discretion is advised. Story, weird story. A businessman was a chassid of the Baal Shem Tov, follower of the Baal Shem Tov. And this businessman, he would travel around the world and buy and sell gems and things like that. And because of that, a lot of times he had to go into dangerous places. And that's what he made his business so successful, that he would go to places where no one else would go. The Baal Shem Tov, he went into the Baal Shem Tov, was going to go to a particularly not hospitable place. And he asked the Baal Shem Tov for a blessing. The Baal Shem Tov said, I give you a blessing now and also for all the future journeys that you take, but you should always bring with yourself a candle. A candle. A candle, a candle that burns, 5 hours or 6 hours, burn the candle. Okay, he was traveling around the world. It wasn't easy for him to take a candle with him everywhere he went. He had to, but he packed it in his bag, put it in his bag, and was always careful to, that he didn't lose this candle, or he didn't leave it behind, or he didn't misplace the candle. He always had the candle. And this went on for a year or 2 years, always had the candle. One time he happened to went to an inn. The innkeeper, he came to the inn, he had to stay the night. The innkeeper was very nice, very, very friendly. And he showed him to his room, took him to his room, a nice room. And he said, have a good night, went out, and he locked the door, closed the door, but he locked it from the outside. He didn't really notice this in the beginning, but after a few minutes, he went look for the key and he didn't find the key. So he knocked on the door. They yelled out, "Hello, hello!" There's no key in the room, and there was no answer. So he started to get a little bit suspicious. There was, on the table there was burning a little candle. A candle was burning on the table, and he looked around. He saw that there was only like one window, and it was very high up, and it had bars on it. So it's a little bit strange. The window was like, maybe 6, 7 feet up above the ground, but it was a small window and there was bars on the window. So I thought this is pretty strange. Anyway, the light and the candle light was starting to go off. It suddenly remembered the Baal Shem Tov told him to bring a candle. So he took the candle, found the candle in his suitcase or his backpack, and he lit the candle, the candle that he had. And a couple of minutes after he lit the candle that was on the table, it flickered out, went out. With his candle, though, he could look around and he could see what's going on. It was the middle of the night, and there was no point in calling out, yelling out, or something like that. And he didn't want to also attract attention. He realized something was weird going on. So he took his bed and he pushed it up against the wall to see the window. He turned it on the side. He climbed up on the bed and he looked out the window and he saw no one was in the street. It was dark, and also there was bars on the windows. But he figured maybe he could get some sort of a look, to see what's going on. Maybe he could, something. As he did that, so he figured, what's he going to do? How is he going to get out of this situation? And he was thinking to himself, maybe it's not, maybe it's not so bad. And so maybe I'm mistaken. In the morning, the person will going to come back and open the door. Anyway, as he pushed the bed over, so he pushed this big rug over, and he saw that there was a door, a trap door. And he opened up this trap door, figuring maybe it's the basement. He opened, there was a dead body there. A dead body, was a fresh dead body. Maybe the person that died, yesterday. He saw the person had marks on him like he had been killed. There's a hole somewhere, whatever it is. So he didn't know what to do. What's he going to do? How is he going to get out of here? So he figures for sure what's going to happen is that sometime in the middle of the night, this guy's going to come in and so he figured, okay, he's going to do something desperate. So he pulls this body out from the hole where it was, from this, and he lifts it up on the bed. He pulls the blankets away, and he puts this dead body on the blanket, on the bed, and puts the blankets over the dead body, like over on the top of him. And he himself went into the hole where it was, where the thing was. He puts the bed as much as he can back to the place. In any case, he puts himself in there and he makes sure that the rug is over so nobody sees it. And he hopes the person won't notice. Sure enough, in the middle of the night, the door opens quietly and the guy comes in. He puts the candle out. So he extinguished his candle. And sure enough, in the middle of the night, the 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, the guy opens up the door. The innkeeper opens up the door, and he creeps over to the bed, and he's got a hatchet, and he gives a hack on the guy's head, whoop like this, and he doesn't realize that this is the person that already he killed the last night before, and he covers him over again. No, excuse me, he doesn't cover him over again. He pushes the bed away, and it's in the dark. He takes the body and he pushes it into the hole. Meanwhile, our hero, he hides over in the corner. I guess it was a big hole. He hides over in the corner. As soon as he goes out and he locks the door again, this film goes out again. As he gets out, waits until it's morning, and the people start to go. The people would go to work early in the morning and start screaming, "Help! Help! Help! Your mom in prison! Call the police! Call the police!" The police come. They knock on the door, and the owner of the place says, "No, that's my brother. My brother is insane. I keep him locked up in this room." He says, "If not insane, come and have a look." The police come in. Our hero tells them to look under the bed. Open it. They see there's a dead body there, and they take the owner of the place away. And suddenly he realizes that this is the reason the whole thing was so busy. He realizes this is the advice of the Baal Shem Tov to always carry the candle with him was advice that saved his life from sure death. That's another reason why there are tzaddikim in the world, to help the Jewish people, to light up the darkness, to save our lives, and that the evil should be put away in its proper place. That's why we need Mashiach now to do so with the whole entire world. Have a good day with Mashiach now. See you all tomorrow.